Okay, so in March of 2009, my ex gave birth to our kid, Maximilian. And she went through a little bit of normal postpartum depression. So I'd do like little things to try and cheer her up at work, like get her digital camera out and draw happy faces on my penis and not tell her about it and wait for her to find them. And she'd send me like a text like, oh, that's funny. It was like a joke between us that was never supposed to be shared with anyone else. I had like a couple of characters. They all kind of look like Slimy, the Oscar the Grouch's pet worm from Sesame Street. Because you turn it to the side and use the urethra as a mouth, and then some dots. That was Slimy, and then there's another one, Manuel, with a curly mustache. The Pringles guy. But yeah. And then the piece de resistance was like the time that I put sunglasses over the top of my penis and I used the penis as a nose, and then I put a lit cigarette right there. That was my true genius move there. So we're gonna take that part of the story and just set it off over here. So I remember the night that this happened very clearly. It was May 9th, 2009. So I had my mom and my sister come over to fix them a lovely Mother's Day dinner, shepherd's pie, strawberry shortcake. It was nice. After dinner, I was like, hey, the Saturday Night Live Mother's Day episode is gonna be on. Let's watch it. That'll be wholesome. So we're watching it and we're having a good time. It was a really great episode. And then I don't know if you guys remember when The Lonely Island had those songs with Justin Timberlake, like Dick in a Box and stuff. Well, they had this song called Mother Lover. That's the one that goes straight up, my mama likes bubble baths with chamomile. Yeah. So they start talking about boning each other's moms, and it's great, unless you're watching it with your mom and your sister. So I was like, oh, this is inappropriate. So I was like, hey, babe, I'm gonna get up and change this. And she's like, oh, let's look at some pictures. Because back in the day, before smartphones, people would just plug in their camera and put it on a slideshow. I wasn't really thinking much about the penis pictures, you know? So there's pictures of my newborn baby boy and playing with his brother and sister and stuff. Wholesome. Real wholesome. Till it wasn't anymore. I cannot tell you how embarrassed I am by this story. First comes Slimy. And I'm like, I'm frozen. And my girl's like, fast forward to the next one. Didn't get better. Here comes the Pringles can guy. And then I was all like, oh no, not the cigarette. And I'm like, no! And she's like, fast forward. 3 pictures of my penis in a row in front of my sister and my mom. And I'm and she just turned the TV off. And we're all just sitting there in this really uncomfortable silence. I just hear my mom kind of whisper to herself, like, no, that was inappropriate. I don't really remember what happened after that for 2 years because I wiped it off from my memory.